right now. All right, we're live.
All right.
So yeah, talking about the sloppy second sales. I don't know about you. Well, you did a little research just when you wanted to order. I guess I ordered after you did, but then I did a little bit of research just to see what I could come up with. There's some people on Reddit talking about them, and I noticed there's some YouTube videos of people that have ordered and stuff, and so yeah, I thought it'd be cool to like talk about what little we know about the company, our experiences. From what I've read, definitely, this is not a hit piece on these guys at all. I'm happy with my order. You're mostly happy, but from what I've read, it's a hit and miss, which I get. I mean, I used to do like, not stuff like this, but I used to like sell stuff online too. I get it. When you're not like a legit company, you ruffle some feathers. Sometimes you take too long to send people stuff, and
right.
So it's interesting. And from what I've seen, there are a lot of companies, little fly by night companies that do stuff like this too, or not fly by night necessarily. Some long running companies, but yeah, sloppy second sales. It's called. They're based out of the U.S. I can't remember where. Do you remember what your package said? I threw my envelope.
I think it was Kansas somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it wasn't somewhere in Kansas. It's probably one or two people, I imagine. I doubt. Maybe they do it full time. I don't know. I have some good things to say about them and some slightly negative things to say, but not mostly positive. Like, first of all, it's a bootleg company, which if this was metal, they'd be shunned completely. You know what I mean? Oh, what's up, Sean? Cinephile Sanity in the house. Yeah, if this was music, this would be like, yeah, they'd be everyone would hate them, But although maybe not, I might take that back, because they're a bootleg company, but they mostly bootleg stuff that's like either never received a proper DVD release, Blu-ray release, and it's a lot of them are never going to. Let's be honest. Some releases, it's just it's not going to happen. I guess the only criticism I have for them in that area is they do a couple of things that are legitimately released, and I don't think they should do that. I get it. They already have like a legit customer base. They're like, all right, we know for a fact if we put these releases out there, people are going to buy the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. So I don't think they should do that. I think it's a good way to get yourself in a shitload of trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
You get dollar signs in your eyes, but I don't think that would be my only advice. And I'm not a businessman, but they should, from what I've read, they have gotten not in trouble, but they have had like very small studios like send them cease and desists for certain things. But I doubt they've ever been sued or anything. But yeah, I think they should probably avoid releasing things that are available. Like they're doing like Star Wars stuff. Like, I wouldn't fuck with that for a second.
Oh, like the new series, like the Disney Plus series, probably.
That, and like I think they did one where it's like all Star Wars movies on one disc or something like that, or certain edits or something like that. But it's still Star Wars, and I just wouldn't touch that.
Yeah, I would not want to test them.
No, they're owned by Disney now. That's like the last company I think you'd want to mess with. Yeah,
for sure. The company that will go after a neighborhood diner for making Mickey Mouse pancakes.
yeah, just because they can. It's like we have 1,000 lawyers on retainer. All we have to do is press a button to sue somebody.
Yeah,
we send one email and you're done for. I remember paying $25 for 5th generation VHS rips in the aughts. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Bootleg VHS tapes.
Yeah, there was this place. I don't know, dude. I'm getting old, and I don't remember fucking stories I've repeated. But I'll just say it.
That's okay.
I remember this. A buddy of mine. I don't even remember how he found him. Maybe through a comic book connection.
Oh yeah.
Or something. Yeah. It was this company. It was a bootleg VHS company, but how they phrased it to get around what they were doing is they said, okay, we're a VHS rental company. You're going to rent this tape for $25 and there's no late fee.
And you're not going to return it. That's awesome though. That
So
is a
I
hell of
remember buying,
a
like-
hell of a scam.
Yeah. And I remember my buddy bought like the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie that you couldn't get at the time.
Yeah.
I think you still really can't get it, can you?
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
I got like some weird John Woo movies I'd never seen.
Oh shit. Like
and they
out of China, probably. Like
Yeah.
no U.S. distribution, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were not good. They were not good quality, but this was the 90s, and
Yeah.
it was VHS is what we had, and I was super
Yeah.
stoked to get those tapes. So
As long as it played, you were fine with it.
well, you could make out what was happening. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Cinema Attacks. That's Tom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that he changed his channel. I was like, why does that ring a bell? Yeah, cool. Honored to have Tom in the house and Sean as well. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, awesome, Tom. Tom said he was going to do a video on Conan the Barbarian, and I don't know if he hasn't done it yet or I missed it, but I'll be looking out for it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he's done it yet
Okay.
because I haven't seen it either. Yeah, I definitely would watch that because I love Conan. One of my fave VHS bootlegs too. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, oh man, you could talk all day about some of the clips from that guy, from some of his like TV appearances and stuff.
Yeah.
That guy was a thing of legend. I love mentors. Yeah, he has not done it yet.
Okay,
So,
cool.
We're gonna expect that to be done by the end of the week, Tom.
That's right.
or else I don't know what. We have no
Or else we'll just wait till you do.
empty threats. We're gonna unsubscribe. How about that? Both of them. You're gonna lose 2 subs that you'll never gain back. So, I guess I only have one DVD that I got from these guys, so I'll go first. Not to be a dick, and then you can show your stuff. Yeah. So I like I said, I ordered after you did, just because you said it. You got your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, cool. I'll pull the trigger. I to be honest, at first I didn't really browse a lot. They have some really cool stuff. I will admit. I just for the time I just wanted, because I've been wanting this movie for a while, so I'm like, I have to get it. Barbarian.
Okay.
This is a modern mystery. Not a mystery movie, but a modern mystery. The fact that this movie did really well, and there's no legit release. This just came out a couple of years ago. It was a pretty 2022. It was a very well received horror movie. Everyone seemed to love it, and it got no physical release. I suppose there's a reason for it, but I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I know nothing about business.
Me either.
Like a streaming, if you do make a deal with a streaming service, do you get more if that's the only way to see it? Maybe
It has to be. It has to be. Yeah, it has to be tied to some sort of streaming service. Yeah, that's a good point. They probably made a deal that like you can't make a physical release for X amount of years, or as long as you're with us or something.
Right, that could be.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you? That's just everything gets a DVD or Blu-ray release nowadays. Even like movies you've never heard of get blue or 4K sometimes even.
Yeah.
So it's not like they didn't have the means, but it sucks. It really sucks because back in the day, even up until really not that long ago, everything came out physically that you could buy. Everything. Now people are starting to make deals like Netflix. They won't release their shit.
Right.
So guess where you can find it.
Yep. That's half of what I bought.
Yeah, places like this, which is, Netflix is their argument is, I guess, we don't want you to own our stuff. We want you to have to come to us all the time, which is stupid because Netflix has released stuff and then they've taken it off their site or their service, so now you can't even watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's gone.
There's one of Mike Flanagan's movies. Was it called Hush? I think it was called Hush.
Oh, did they take that down?
Yeah, you can't even watch it at all now. The only way you can watch that is through like pirating. That's the only way. And I guess that's Mike Flanagan has stated he's really irritated about that. Why wouldn't you be? I think I remember hearing. I think he got the rights back to Hush. Okay.
So it may be coming out at some point.
Good, because I really wanted to.
It's a cool movie. It's not amazing. But it's like yeah, I just don't like that idea of
No.
somebody just said, "Oh, nope, you can't watch this anymore." Pushes the button, it's on.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. They probably can't leave everything up all the time. There's various reasons, but still, it's like, yeah, no movie should be just unavailable.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that being like your work and just being like, fuck,
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's Mike Flanagan. He's a big name now, but I've from what I've heard, he is bothered by that, even though he's probably moved past that movie, but he's not happy with that being a thing. So
No,
I bet it's on this. I bet I can get that through these guys. I imagine.
I think so. Yeah, Mike Flanagan is. I think he's stopped just short in interviews of saying, "Yeah, go ahead and buy bootlegs." He's basically said that he said he's glad they're out there.
Yeah,
that somebody is archiving the stuff in case something happens.
Yeah, keeping his or he's probably just glad that people are still into a movie he did over 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And also, if there's a movie that you want and Sloppy Second doesn't have it, you can request, and they'll try to get it for you. So you can make requests. I didn't know that. Yeah, so they, I guess, I mean, sky's the limit, really. So yeah, I know I just showed the movie. So, I got it, and by the way, so I've watched it. Yeah, it looks really good, actually. First of all, so the prices are really reasonable, I think, for what you get. Well, basically what you get is, I mean, it's nothing that if you didn't do some research, you could do this yourself. If you had, from what I can see, I haven't seen your stuff yet, but I mean, I don't even think they really have like a high-end printer to make the the cover doesn't look great. But like I said, I'm justifying that with the price. The disc looks like that, which I think it's fine. I think I paid $12 for this, and I was happy to do it. I think, obviously, they could probably invest in better equipment. They don't have to charge a little more, though. If they were putting out, I've heard there are companies that do this kind of thing, but they do a little bit of more of a quality, but they're also $20+ for everything they sell.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys sell stuff for as low as $8, So I'm happy with my purchase. Yeah. Let's see what you got.
All right. You done?
Yeah.
Sorry. The cat.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The cat. So yeah, like you, I was a bit bummed about the print. Yeah, it looks like a mid-level home printer, basically.
Yeah.
Which is like you said, for the price, you can't really beat it.
Yeah.
I did. So my first order, I got two things, and I got the what pretended to be the Whole Bloody Affair cut of Kill Bill.
Yes.
And I also got Midnight Mass.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably get that. I want to get all that cool Netflix stuff that I don't, because I don't pay for Netflix, so yeah.
Yeah, I do off and on. So, but I just wanted. This is like such a classic. I just wanted to have it.
Yeah.
I believe they may be getting some Netflix pressure because
oh shit,
this isn't up there anymore, and a couple other things I bought aren't up there anymore. However, I wanted to let you know, message the guy on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you if you can still get it, because they have like a category that on the website that just says limited run, but it's blank.
Yeah.
And you can just order there and then tell him what you want.
Yeah, so, that's a good point. Yeah, if you just message him, he could just unofficially sell it to you.
Yeah, and then on Instagram too, I know he puts up like, secret item number 7 or something.
Yeah, I noticed that they try to, a lot of the stuff they try to put up for limited time, because I think they're trying to cycle through things fast enough to where, people don't catch on to it.
Right, which is smart.
Yeah.
As for the quality, I'll just kind of, I don't have to go through like everything individually.
I hope they don't ever get seriously sued into oblivion or something. That'd be a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're small enough they can just kind of close up shop and disappear, and they won't get in any trouble.
That's true.
Just before I get into that, I just want to talk about kind of the ordering, because a lot of the negative reviews talk about how long it takes to get your stuff.
Yeah, they are not always the fastest shipping.
If you want your stuff quick, don't order a bunch.
No.
Make a small order.
Yeah.
And if you really want it quick, you can add rush shipping to your order, and it's $1 per item.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with these two, and I got them, I think, within a week.
Yeah.
I'll just show you the stack I got the next time.
And their shipping prices are reasonable enough to where you could order 2 at a time or something.
Yeah, I think it's like flat, like $6 or something.
Yeah, so I'd recommend like maybe 2, 3 at a time at the most.
But
I only ordered one, and I got mine quick. I got it within probably a week or less. So
okay. The next order I did 8, and I did not add rush shipping to it because I just wasn't in a hurry for it.
Yeah.
It took about 6 to 8 weeks. So just be prepared. If you don't want to pay for the rush shipping and you're ordering more than a couple things, it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like, if we're busy, you're going to wait a while. If we're slow, you'll get it fast, you know. But
right.
It just depends. Oh, look who we got here! Look who the cat dragged in.
Oh man.
Is that Scott's new nickname? Scott Sloppy Second Wilcox.
I'm surprised Simon could tear himself away from the porno magazine I sent him.
Oh shit. He probably had to give his arm a rest, you know, like
yeah, probably.
His tendonitis is flaring up.
Oh my gosh, it's the grossest magazine.
Surprised it passed through customs.
I was a little worried.
Yeah, they sent it back to you.
I got it free when I ordered a bunch of Playboys, and I was just flipping through it, and I was like, I wanted to scrub myself with a wire brush. So that's time we appreciate this.
That is the perfect gift. Oh, so like while you were at the that bloody affair, why don't you talk about that?
Oh, okay. So this says it's the whole bloody affair cut, which, if you don't know, is Tarantino's official version of both movies together.
Yeah.
He's only shown it, I think, in his theater a couple times. I don't know if it's been shown anywhere else.
Yeah.
And it's one of these Tarantino things where in friggin' 2010 he's like, "Oh, we're putting it out," and then nothing.
Never did. Yeah.
So watching this, there are definitely things in here I had never seen. Just little snippets here and there. They do have the why can't I think of the name of the restaurant? Whatever. The restaurant Big Kung Fu Battle, where it switches to black and white. It's all in color.
Okay.
The quality of the picture goes down a little bit because I think that's from a Japanese DVD, and this is the rest of it's Blu-ray quality. But whatever. It's not that big a deal to me.
It's as good as it gets, right?
Yeah.
For the time being.
I did go on Reddit. I never go on Reddit, but I did go on Reddit because there are people on there who have seen the actual whole bloody affair, and there's like a list of things that are in it to tell if it's that, and it's not that.
Doesn't have all of it. Yeah.
It's a really cool fan edit, basically, with some extra stuff that I don't know must have been on the Japanese DVD that they edited in. But yeah, it's both movies together. It's cool. I would, if you're a Tarantino fan. We might never actually get the real version, so
exactly, yeah. Until we get it, if we get it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon's gonna open it with his mouth.
after church.
I thought you must have already opened it. I didn't mean to spoil the surprise. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll just
I just watched. I think I told you when I did. I rewatched Kill Bill like a couple of months ago. I love that movie more now than I ever did. It's crazy. Like I forgot how I'd put that in the top. Like, I mean, it's got to crack the top like 100 best movies ever made. Of all time, really. Both of them. Yeah.
It is very strange watching them together.
That would be weird.
Because you get that huge climactic fight, and then it's like, oh.
Right afterwards.
We're not even halfway through the movie now.
Yeah. Did you do it all in one go?
I did, yeah.
Nice. You didn't take breaks. That's cool.
I didn't. I'm a unashamed Tarantino fanboys, so it was no hardship for me to do
Yeah, I think I'm a bigger, just in general, I'm a bigger Tarantino fan now than I ever was before. Like I've just been rewatching his stuff. I'm like, I mean, I always liked it, but now I'm like, this is just like top tier filmmaking. Like who does it better?
Right.
No one, you know. I know they're like that. People could argue with me on that. I get it, but like, you can't take it away from his talent. You just can't. You might not like his style, but that doesn't matter. You know, like.
I know a lot of the detractors, especially early on, were saying like, "Oh, he copied Reservoir Dogs is a copy of City on Fire, a Hong Kong movie," and it's like,
yeah, I'm sure he has his influences. You know,
like there is a heist, and they use colors as their code names, but it's like, no, it's not the same. His influences, basically, he doesn't really try to hide his influences at all.
That's what I was going to say. He also will talk about his influences. Akira Kurosawa, he's admitted to like, some of my movies are highly influenced by the Seven Samurai or whatever it's called. He's like, so he doesn't. He's kind of like like Fenris of Darkthrone, like where he goes through his songs. Oh, that's a Motorhead riff. That's a Girl School drum beat right there. He's not that far off from that. So it's not like he's like, oh, I'm so fucking original. I'm sure he's got an ego, but like you said, I don't think he is hiding his influences either. So
that's a really good analogy, because Fenris seems to be more excited about telling you about some obscure band from the 80s that no one's heard of than his own music, and it seems like Tarantino's like that too. He'll go on and on about
he's obsessed.
Some shitty 70s drive-in movie and make it sound like the greatest thing ever, and then sometimes usually you watch it and you're like,
I don't get this.
Watching?
yeah. You're like, I don't get it at all. Yeah, no, he's just one of those rare people where he's so into what he does.
Yeah.
He was born to do what he does. I truly think so.
I guess on the Tarantino kick, I did get The Hateful Eight extended.
That's on my next to rewatch. Okay.
I have not actually watched this yet. I mean, I put it in and flipped through it and
tested it. Yeah.
Basically, if you're buying one of these that they ripped from Netflix, you got nothing to worry about. It's in HD. It's good quality.
Cool.
So Netflix took The Hateful Eight and split it into 4 episodes.
Really?
Like a TV series, and there's extra stuff in there. I have not watched it yet to know what that. I mean, I know he had the Roadshow cut that had extra stuff in it that I have not seen either. So I'm assuming that's what the extra material is, but just kind of a neat thing I wanted to have.
I'd like to see that, because I've seen the original version, and I want to rewatch it. So that might be the way I do it then, if I'm going to rewatch it.
Yeah, I had just rewatched it, and then I saw that Netflix had put this up, and it was like the day after. I was like, dude, I want to watch it. I don't want to watch the whole thing again now for the 10 extra minutes, but
yeah. And I just want to see Tarantino just do a shitload of movies with Kurt Russell. Like, I just love that. I love that them two together. I think is just like so perfect. And I love Kurt Russell too.
I'll just rounding out the Netflix. I got the Midnight Mass, and then I also got.
I've never seen Midnight Mass or that. Yeah, I'm behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard Midnight Mass is so fucking good.
I would almost say watch everything else and then this, because I don't think it can be topped.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's fucking incredible.
I did watch the Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did watch that.
Very good. Haunting of Bly Manor I like too. It's a different kind of story. Yeah. I would say I prefer Hill House, but Bly Manor is good too.
I love how Mike Flanagan is using Henry Thomas a lot. I think that's so cool. Seeing that guy kind of make a comeback. He's a good actor. He's
always good, and he plays. It's not like he plays the same character in everything either.
No. I mean, I was a big fan of his from the E.T. So like I've always liked him, and it's cool to see a child star actually go somewhere and do some legitimate work, not just like gimmicky shit. And
it almost feels like we'll keep sucking Tarantino's balls. It almost seems like a Tarantino rescue of him. Like, what was he doing?
Yeah, similar thing. Very similar thing. I don't think he was doing anything I've looked at his like IMDb page. He's worked steadily, but he hasn't. A lot of stuff he's done was just very under the radar, low budget stuff. So yeah, that's a perfect analogy. Being rescued by Mike Flanagan and being put where he deserves.
This one probably is a bit more divisive. This is the Midnight Club, the other Mike Flanagan series, canceled after the first season.
Wow.
Which some people think might have been retaliation because his Netflix deal was coming to an end and he was going to leave.
Okay.
So this is based on, was it R.L. Stine? I believe it was R.L. Stine.
Oh, wow.
Kind of a YA horror author from the 90s.
Yeah.
And
Goosebumps, right? He wrote Goosebumps.
Did he?
Yeah. R.L. Stine, I think, is the Goosebumps creator.
Maybe this is a different dude.
It might be.
Shoot. Christopher Pike. It's Christopher Pike. That's who.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's cool.
He's a bit more for a bit older audience. But still a kind of a teen-based thing. So the premise of this, all the kids are at like a hospice for teenagers. They're all terminally ill, and
that's fucking depressing.
It's a pretty sad show. But they have a secret meeting that they call the Midnight Club. They meet in the library and tell ghost stories to each other.
Oh, cool.
So some of the ghost stories are kind of dramatized like as a story within a story. And then those are like other books from Christopher Pike. So he's just kind of adapting a bunch of his material.
That sounds really cool. I like that idea.
And looking at it on the surface, it looked like it was designed to piss me off because it's all, there's like one white kid, and then it's like, oh, the black kid with AIDS, and then the Indian guy with cancer, and it just like check.
Yeah.
This one's gay, and this one is in a wheelchair, and but
which is obviously a huge problem with Hollywood right now is all the pandering.
Right.
And this is honestly only something that, now that you bring that up, that I've really kind of started to understand better. At first, I'll admit, like, I would see people complain about stuff like that, and I'd be like, well, clearly you're racist. And then I started looking into it more, and it's like, okay, I guess I'm starting to come around to, some people that complain about that stuff are racist, but there's more to it than that. There's Hollywood literally just check things off, or they'll put a gay person in a movie not to have more gay actors, but they'll do it just to pander, to get more views, not to do it genuinely, basically, which is what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, that on the surface, that kind of is what the casting looks like, but well, once it starts, I didn't care. Everybody, they're all good actors. The story's good. I cared about the characters, so it didn't matter. So I guess my unsolicited advice to people worried about diversity, it's like, how about you fucking make a good story, and then put whoever you want in it, and then when it's the point of it isn't, look how diverse we are.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You can maybe get something accomplished. I don't know. But
we're the good guys. Look at us. Look how much we care about humanity.
Heather Langenkamp is in this as like the house mother, which is
hell yeah,
kind of cool to see her.
Yeah.
It's a fun show. It's definitely not his best.
Yeah,
but I think it's worth watching. So
I really like it. It sounds like the premise is very cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and the actors are all good. Excuse me. Let's see what else. What else I got here? Well, let's get negative.
Yeah.
So a couple things I ordered. Well, here's the one that I was most disappointed in. Werewolf, the series. You may be too young for this. Do you remember this?
I don't recall it. No.
It was cool, it was one of the first shows on Fox when Fox launched.
Oh shit.
It's basically The Fugitive / The Incredible Hulk, except he's a werewolf.
Cool.
His friend is a werewolf, and then his friend is begging him to kill him before he turns again. And of course, he doesn't believe him. And then, his friend turns, bites him, and now he's a werewolf too. And then the quest part of it is, if you find the beginning of the bloodline and kill him, then you'll be cured. So
oh wow.
That's cool. He wanders from town to town and gets into adventures, and ends up helping somebody by turning into a werewolf.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Okay, it's not. First of all, the show is not very good.
It's not great.
Leave the memories alone. I loved this as a kid. I thought it was the fucking greatest thing ever.
It does not hold up.
No. The effects, there are some cool effects, especially for like a TV show in the 80s. I think there's some cool effects.
Yeah.
Overall, it just struck me as like, Jesus, this is so slow. They're 30-minute episodes, and it just feels like, fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
But beyond that, that's not Sloppy Second Sales' fault. That was my fault. What is their fault is this looks like Tom was saying, like a fifth generation VHS copy. It is awful.
Yeah.
And I just thought, well, I mean, maybe that's all that's out there.
It might be.
Well, then I start looking. I was on. I think I just searched the series, and a YouTube video popped up. Werewolf episodes 1 through 14.
Oh shit! And then it looks.
And
better.
I click on it, and it looks like 5 times better than this.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, this was released on DVD, like in France once, and that's what that is from.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, bro, you could have ripped that from YouTube and threw that onto this, and it would look way better. But
yeah, nobody wants a VHS rip.
Yeah. So I would tell you, if you want to watch Werewolf or you're curious, just search it on YouTube. The whole series is up there in much better quality than this. So yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably toss it. I don't know.
But do you remember when DVDs first came out? Do you remember how bad some of them were? They were literally like VHS transfers. Like, wait a minute, I thought this was supposed to be better.
Yeah, and in my head it was like, oh, it's on DVD. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, because that's what they were bragging. Oh, it looks so much better than, and some did. But like, yeah, I remember one of the first DVDs I bought, maybe the first, was Twins with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. I remember popping it because I watched it as a kid all the time. I remember popping it in my DVD player and pressing play, and I'm like, wait, what? This looks like complete ass. This looks the same as what I used to watch, terrible quality.
Oh man, one of the first DVDs I bought was Highlander.
Oh yeah.
And whatever that first edition of it was, it is so shitty and grainy. I was so bummed because this was the early days of DVD. I paid like $30 for this.
Oh yeah.
And it just looks like horrible garbage, and yeah, it was a hard lesson. Here's the other one, the Tom Green Show.
that one I've heard is like a huge seller for them because it's never been officially released. It's a
lot of fun. I watch, I caught it here and there as a kid, and I
used to love it.
I still do enjoy it as a kid. Did I just say as a kid? I was in my 20s. What am I trying to pull?
Yeah,
but
yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't even a kid at the time. So,
I'm enjoying watching it, but again, this is not first generation VHS. Couple removed, and it's a lot of like the tape stops and you see the blue screen, and then you see play. VHS play, and it comes back up, and then
wow.
So not good quality, but I don't know. Searching around for Tom Green on YouTube, I've seen like clips of some of his bits, but not like whole shows. So I don't know. Maybe this is the best there is out there, but this is what they had. So just if you're curious, if you want the Tom Green Show, just don't expect crystal clear quality on that.
Yeah, I used to love that show. My favorite episode still, I think, is the one where, I don't know if you remember, where he follows around a pizza delivery guy. Do you remember that? He was like a tackle box full of like toppings and stuff. And like, so he'll follow around a pizza delivery guy to the door when he's delivering, and like, he's like, oh, actually, I'll make you a pizza for less than this guy. Like,
oh yeah.
Trying to undercut all the pizza companies.
Yeah, I miss that kind of humor.
Tom says he's got every legit DVD and VHS of Tom Green. More interested in the Canadian show. I always forget Tom Green's Canadian.
Yeah, I was looking because it started as a wasn't it public access, and then there was a Canadian version, and then it went to MTV. And I thought, well, for sure, all that old stuff would be on YouTube, and maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I didn't really find it.
And maybe legally it can't, it probably just can't be up.
All right, these are kind of, oh shoot, man, the star of the show. I don't have it here. I'm gonna have to run and get it.
That's all right. Go grab it.
All right, I'm gonna grab it. Sorry about that.
That's all right. No worries. No worries. Pussy Wagon, Undercutters. Yeah, I love Tom Green. I kind of miss that guy. I actually, yeah. If you guys don't know, he's got a pretty entertaining YouTube channel where he travels around in a van, kind of like what Steve-O from Jackass does. A little different, I guess. Travels around in his van and just does interviews and stuff. It's pretty fun. And I heard he's a really good guy in real life. So there is that. There's Scott. He's coming back. I can hear him.
All right. This was most of the reason I wanted to do this stream with you was to show this, and then I forgot to grab it. All right, get ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
I don't know if you can read that.
Oh, yeah.
The Rape Man.
Only in Japan.
Only in Japan. This is films 1 through 4. I think there are 7.
Oh, my God.
So this was a manga, and it is about, I guess, a mercenary / superhero who uses rape to punish the guilty.
Oh, my God.
Only women.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna get funny here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if there's a woman in your life that's done you wrong, you can go to this guy's uncle and explain your situation and pay him. And if he agrees that your reason is valid, then he sends out Rape Man to mete out justice.
Oh, it's good to know that there's a little bit of morality going on there.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not just going to rape anybody.
So, probably the most twisted thing about this is how lighthearted it is. It's almost a comedy.
Which is hard to even picture.
It's not like the premise is sleazy, but it's not like, probably a lot of people have seen like, sleazy softcore Japanese movies. It's not really like that. There's a little bit of boob, but there's not really even much nudity. And of course, when the Rape Man is done, I'm not sure how much of a punishment it is because they all love it and are begging him to stay.
Oh my God. I mean, it sounds like something that would like blow Ichi the Killer out of the water.
Yeah,
as far as graphic this.
Right, but it's not at all. It's very
not
silly, Somebody gets beat up, and then in the next scene they've just got like comical bandages on their head and like. So I've only watched part 1 and 2. And the quality of this, I don't know. I think there must have been a DVD release of it because it looks to be, if it's a VHS rip, it's a very good one.
Yeah.
And it's also in widescreen, so I kind of doubt it was.
Yeah.
These range, I think these will range from like the early to mid 90s or something like that. So what will happen is Rape Man will get hired for a case, and then it will turn out to be not what it seems, and then they get embroiled in some kind of chicanery, and they have to find their way out of it. Like in the first one, this was pretty fucked up. This lady comes and says, "Oh, I was dating this politician, and then he decided it wouldn't be good for me to be seen with him during the campaign. So we stopped dating for a while, and then while that happened, his secretary stole him away from me and married him. So I want her to be raped."
Oh God.
And she was crying. Everything was like, "Oh, well, of course, that's
valid.
That's a great reason."
Yeah.
So they sent Rape Man out to rape the politician's wife, and then it turns out this was all a plot from a rival politician to disgrace the first politician. The woman he raped did absolutely nothing wrong, and she didn't. She was just his wife. So.
Oh my God.
And then she tries to kill herself, and that gets that gets her husband to drop out of the race. And then we kind of gloss over that, and then they just kind of go after who tricked them.
Yeah.
Kind of ignoring that he just raped somebody for no reason.
Yeah, like, oh, we'll move on from that.
Don't think about that part.
That's I mean, that's always been my favorite part about Japanese cinema is just like they just don't hold back at all. You know, they don't give a shit.
Oh, I'm just seeing Tom's comment. We needed.
Yeah, what would they even call it? Arm wrestle man or something?
Well, Tom, I think
arm wrestle everybody.
There is room for that because in the second movie, it's also very coincidental that whatever crime boss they get involved with ends up being a hot lady that he can rape. But in the second one of the other main bad guys is a man, and he corners him in a room. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna rape him too.
You're like, oh, no way.
He just beats him up. We could have a diverse remake where he raped everybody.
It's your turn. No, I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you.
I was excited. Dudes. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, they're up in the ante here.
But there are 5 other movies to watch, so maybe he'll get more progressive as he goes.
Yeah, he'll outdo himself.
Kind of staying in the perversity realm. I'm not even sure why I bought this. I guess because I'm a sicko. Flower and Snake. It's a sort of BDSM themed series, Japanese as well, from the 70s.
Holy shit!
There's, I think, 5 of them on here, and there's more. I think there's a remake series as well. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. I don't know if you know about like Japanese censorship, about certain things they can't show, and they have hardcore. I don't know if it's still the case now, but they would have like hardcore pornography movies, but like
the black bars and stuff,
filed out parts.
Yeah, that never made any sense to me. I'm like, well, what's even the point?
Which I think contributed to some of the weird shit like tentacle porn and all the other. Anyway.
Everything that's came out of
me speculating about their kinks, I guess, is not cool. But so in this movie, I've only watched the first one so far, and I think these have been semi-officially released at certain points. So these look good, especially for movies from the 70s. Basically, a guy, this weirdo kid, ends up shooting one of his mom's lovers. And this causes him to be impotent. He grows up. He still lives with his mom. His mom's profession is taking bondage photography and making like bondage porno movies in their basement.
What a weird job for your mom to have.
Yeah. So he's obsessed with that, and he goes to work and he has like bondage pictures in his desk. Somebody finds him, and brings him to his boss. This makes the boss think that he's like super into this and is like an expert on bondage. The boss has a hot young wife that doesn't want to fuck him anymore.
Oh. So
he hires this weird nerdy dude obsessed with bondage to kidnap his wife and train her.
Oh my God.
So that's what happens. It's not 50 Shades of Grey. It's not romantic. There's a big focus on enemas in this, so
oh my God.
It's pretty gross.
Wow, from the 70s too. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's not boring. I'll say that it's not boring at all.
It's not uneventful.
Yeah, just kind of a cool curiosity. And, it was $10-12 for 5 movies, so I'm not unhappy with that purchase. Even though I doubt it's anything I'm ever going to watch again, but
it might be a one-time watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Not, maybe have somebody over and we've had a few drinks. Like, oh, you want to see something really fucked up?
Yeah, you might want to see this. You got to see it to believe it sometimes.
Have you seen Hanzo the Razors by Texas?
No,
I've heard the name.
Yeah, me too.
That might be, maybe they have it. I'll have to check it out.
They might.
A bit more on the serious side of Japanese cinema. I got Agitator, the Takashi Miike film.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
I hadn't either. I don't think it's ever officially been released here. For anyone curious, this is the 2.5 hour theatrical cut. There is a 3 hour and 20-minute extended version.
Cool.
I'm a little bummed that that's not what this was, but I'm happy to see it anyway. I'd read about it in a bunch of different articles, but had never seen it. So,
do you know when that came out originally, like roughly?
I think 2001.
Oh, okay.
And I think the reason it never got a release here is because it's not like what people thought of here as a Miike film.
Oh, okay.
It's a pretty straight up Yakuza movie.
Okay.
And
like that. So I'm always, yeah.
It is a little rough. It's a little tough to follow, at least for me it was at the beginning, because there's like 3 main families, but then within those families there's like subgroups that all have different names, and you're trying to figure out, wait, who is with who, and who's going against each other, and there's a third group trying to manipulate the other two.
Okay.
But as far as the Yakuza movie, yeah, it's pretty. It's good acting. There's a million characters, so it does get kind of hard to keep track of everybody. But I like the slogan on there on the front. I don't know if you can see it. Thank you and fuck you, brother.
That's awesome.
Which ends up being kind of a pivotal part in the movie when somebody says that. So.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Happy to get that one. Yeah, they have a bunch of Miike movies on there that were released here, but are out of print now, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, well, he's directed like 200 movies or something like that.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. You'll never see all his movies.
No, I haven't even seen a small fraction, maybe 2% of them.
Yeah, I was at a certain point. I was like researching it heavily, and like every time I knew one was coming out, I'd be like, "Well, this is when Best Buy had like a movie section." Yeah. I'd be at Best Buy that day to grab it, and so I have a bunch of those from that era. But still, I've probably seen 10% of his movies.
Exactly. Yeah, I do like. I am a fan, though. I would say
he has some misses. I mean, you can't make that many movies and be 100% all the time, but
definitely not.
In general, and just for Miike fanboys, Miike plays like an unhinged gangster at the beginning of this one, which is pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty fun role.
Yeah. Speaking of Miike, yeah, my next watch, I think I'm gonna watch it today. I don't know if you've seen it. One of his many movies, 13 Assassins.
Oh yeah, nice.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it is good.
Okay, cool.
One of his more big budget, kind of mainstream ones.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Yeah, it came out on Magnet. Pretty big studio. So
I thought I'd heard there was going to be a sequel to that, but then I don't know. I didn't keep up on it. I don't know whatever happened to that.
Oh, okay. I'm a sucker for these Japanese, either feudal era Japan or the Yakuza stuff, like you said. I'm a sucker for both of those.
This is the last thing I got, and this kind of, I guess, ties into just ordering from them. They do have certain things that you can't buy, but you can get it. This was free if you ordered, I think, $80 worth of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And most of those are like fan edit type things. So this is the Fire Walk with Me.
Yeah.
Extended Blue Rose cut. It's a fan edit.
Okay.
But there are about an hour and a half of deleted scenes from this movie that are on, I don't know, one of the box sets that's come out. So all of these scenes are actually available, but this is just a fan edit of him taking not all of them, but a lot of them and editing them back into the movie. So
that's cool.
As a Twin Peaks fanboy, I wanted to have this. So
yeah, I like Twin Peaks too. I have Fire Walk with Me on. I think I have it on VHS.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that show too. Tom said I used to keep up with every Miike movie that came out, but gave up 15 years ago. Yeah, that's fair.
That's probably around when I quit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still watch if something comes up. I think he just had a new movie come out on Netflix too. I always wait now with Netflix. I wait for if there's like 4 or 5 things I want to see, and then I'll sign up for a month and watch them, and then cancel again.
Yeah, I do that too. Because otherwise, if I don't, I'm just gonna pay for it, and I'm just not using it. You know, it'll just sit there.
Yep.
It's just because I have. Well, I mean, because I'm a collector, I always constantly have stuff to watch on DVD and Blu-ray. So like I usually prioritize that. So I'm like I don't have a whole lot of time, at least right now, for streaming services. Like I'm just trying to catch up with everything that I've actually watched, you know, or bought, everything I've actually bought. So yeah.
So, well, one of the reasons I don't ever do a room tour is because I'm ashamed.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, my shit's too messy.
I'm looking over my shoulder here. I've got shelves, but like kind of a dead space in between.
Yeah.
Like we're in the corner.
Yeah.
There are 3 stacks of DVDs that are within a foot of the ceiling.
Oh shit.
A lot of them are from when our Hollywood Video closed. I went on there in the last day, and there was like, I don't know, it was crazy. It was like 10 movies for $4 or something. I was just like, yup, whatever. This looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll buy piles.
And that was, well, let's see. My son was a baby, so that was 14 years ago.
Sounds about right. Yeah, when Hollywood closed down, Hollywood and Blockbuster. Yeah.
And out of those stacks over the years, I might have pulled 10 out to watch, and the rest are just sitting there.
The rest are collecting dust.
Yep.
Simon said he never understood Twin Peaks. Yeah, I don't blame you there. It's so weird. Twin Peaks is just so weird. It's not for everybody. I think you have to be also in the right like frame of mind to get into it too. You have to be okay with certain things and biases and all that. And yeah,
as a teenager, I treated it as a puzzle, and I was trying to figure it all out and connect all the dots. And yeah. I think there are things there that you can connect, but now I don't think of it that way anymore. I just watch it. I just let it kind of be an experience. I don't need to understand everything or what everything means to the grand story. Sometimes it doesn't, I'm pretty sure.
Not for me. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, some of it goes way over my head. I'm just like, I don't understand that, but it's cool. It looks awesome, and yeah.
Have you watched Inland Empire?
No, I've wait, Inland Empire. Oh, yeah,
with David Lynch from a while ago.
Yeah, what's her name? Laura Dern. Was that Laura Dern? Right? Yeah, no, I did watch that. Crazy movie.
Yeah, and I really like it. But that is the movie that made me realize, like, oh, David Lynch probably doesn't know what a lot of this means either. Because
I think so, yeah.
He was talking about, like, they go to, like, Poland at some point, and a bunch of stuff happens there that seems to have no connection to what's going on in the main story.
That was near the end, near the third act or whatever.
Yeah, and he just said, "Oh yeah, I was in Poland, and I was doing some of my, taking some pictures for my photography book, and met these Polish actors, and we're like, oh, let's make something." And so we did. He put it in the movie.
So we just kind of spliced that into what he was doing.
Whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I used to only appreciate a movie if I could watch it, and then by the end of it go, I understood all of that. But I kind of let that go because there's so many cool, just weird movies that don't make any sense. But I kind of like that now. Like if I watch a movie and I just thought it was awesome visually, and then I'm like, I don't really understand a lot of that, I'm okay with that now. Sometimes I actually like, I like it. Yeah, David Lynch is a good example of that kind of thing. It's like, it's okay, watch it and just enjoy it.
Right.
You don't have to have any explanations.
Yeah, the last Twin Peaks series, though, I was almost mad at the end.
I still haven't watched that. I'm surprised by how many good things I've heard about it, but I haven't watched any of it.
It's really good, but it's not, a lot of points. It seems like he's deliberately provoking you. Like you watch a guy sweep the floor for 5 minutes. And
oh my God.
You're waiting for something to happen, and then like eventually the phone rings, and then he'll go answer the phone. But like a lot of stuff like that,
He's testing patience.
And then the end, I remember thinking like, we're running out of time. Come on. And they're just like driving and nothing, they're not talking, nothing's happening. And I'm like, I had to like remind myself, oh, they filmed this. Like he did this on purpose. He's not going to run out of time. This is what he wants to do.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
As an audience member and like a long time fan of the show, I was like, can we wrap it up a little better?
Yeah,
but it is.
I gotta get on that. I have. Was it 1 season or 2 that he did with the comeback stuff?
It was 1, but it's 18 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, I have the box set, so I need to actually watch it now. I've been meaning to.
Yeah, it's good. But there's a lot of like, why'd this happen? Or this character pops up once and then you don't know.
Yeah. Tom's talking about Mulholland Drive. That's an awesome movie too. Another weird movie. Maybe not as Inland Empire is about as weird as it gets, I think. But Mulholland Drive is definitely less weird. But still, it takes a lot of thinking to piece the pieces together.
I think I understand Mulholland Drive, but then I've tried to explain it in words to somebody else, and then it just sounds dumb. So I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure sometimes. I rewatched that recently. I love it. It's a great movie.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. Oh, season 3. Okay, yeah.
Do whatever you want. That seems that way. All the clips that I've seen, I'm like, oh my god. It seems like he almost out-weirds himself at times.
Yeah.
Which is I'm okay with.
If you're hungry for answers, Mark Frost wrote a couple books that kind of tie into the series, to the Return series, that do kind of answer questions if you want them answered. I mean, you can decide to. Mark Frost is kind of more the lore guy and like trying to keep the story on track, and David Lynch is more the like, let's just do fucking weird shit.
Yeah. Doesn't all need a explanation.
Yeah.
I think the movie the first movie that did that for me, that I know of, is Holy Mountain. Have you ever seen Holy Mountain? Alejandro Jodorowsky.
I don't think I made it through.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think that was the one where I was like, by the time it was done, I'm like, I didn't understand most of that, but I'm like, but I still enjoyed it. So yeah.
It was a long time ago, and I might not have been in the right frame of mind to appreciate it.
Maybe not. That movie to me is just like the most insane. Like it's just so epic, and like it's just so weird. I don't know. I love it. But
is that the shoes? Is that the one with the shoes? Isn't there like a mountain of shoes in one of them?
I don't remember a mountain of shoes. Maybe. Because he only has a couple of movies. For as long as he directed, he only has like four or 5 movies. There's that. There's Santa Sangre. There's what's it? The Western. The Western that he did. Yeah.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I think
it's like a spaghetti Western on acid, pretty much. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name, but yeah, I like that movie. But yeah, Holy Mountain's by far my favorite.
Is it El something?
Yeah, El Topo.
El Topo, yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that movie's just crazy. So
no, I have not seen Holy Mountain.
Oh yeah, okay. It's just, I don't know. For me, I just think it's absolute masterpiece. It's so epic. It's like this weird epic movie. Like only way I can describe it. There's no, I don't. I guess it does have a storyline and it does have a plot, but it's just so insane. Like, so there's so much in it that like doesn't really matter, but it's just cool to look at.
Right.
Yeah. I've never seen another director do movies like that, so I'm sure there are some out there that I don't know about. It's insane.
Yeah, I was about to say we could use more of that today, but there's so much out there. Maybe there is, and I just haven't seen it.
I think there is. Yeah. And then he. Did you ever see his Dune documentary?
No.
That's cool too. That's really cool. It's called Jodorowsky's Dune. Came out, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, something like that. It's you know about his Dune, the story about Dune, right? With Jodorowsky. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, I know the basics of he was Did he have the rights, or he just wanted to do it? I don't know.
He did, yeah. He had the go. He had everything. He had permission and all that, but he basically ruined it himself. So the movie never ended up even being finished. I don't even know if they officially. Yeah, I don't think they officially shot anything. They were just he had it all put together, and he had way too many. It just didn't work out. It was too big, for it to actually work out. He had too many big actors, and the budget would have just been insane, and yeah, it just didn't work out. Yeah, Tom's right. Great doc. It's so good. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like some people think had it been made, it'd be the best movie ever, and then some people are like, you don't know that. Like, it might have been terrible. The way, just all the ideas he had, it might have just been a mess. It was going to be like 8 hours long. You can't do that, But definitely check it out, especially if you're a Dune fan, which I'm not a Dune fan, but I am a Dune admirer. So that was enough for me to check it out.
You've seen the new ones, right?
No, I still haven't seen them. I'm going to. I plan on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Simon. It for sure is. I would say if anyone's, I like to watch it with I definitely like to get a good buzz going, or a little bit of other other things that are illegal in my state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you don't need to. I honestly I've watched that movie sober before, and it's just it's so psychedelic and weird that you feel like somebody put some acid in your beverage or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, I need to check it out.
Yeah,
and I've been holding off on the new Dunes because I keep saying I'm going to read the freaking book, and I never do. I don't know. I pick it up. I have it. I pick it up every once in a while. I'm like, nah.
I think I do too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have several Dune books. I've never touched them. I've heard they're awesome, especially, heard they're amazing.
What's that?
Got Rick in the house. What's up, Rick?
Hey, Rick. Oh, you just got some? Nice. Oh, cheap pickups. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to read it on my time.
I know. I know. Simon says he's pretty effed up mentally, so it should be all right. Yeah. That's all you need. If you do watch it, Simon, let me know what you think, because that's a movie I would definitely like to talk about. Maybe I'll do that at some point. I should do a video on that, talking with some people about it, because it's one of those movies where you could get 4 or 5 people and everyone would probably have different things to say about it.
Yeah, that does sound like a cool topic. You're right. Yeah, you said, perspectives on it could vary wildly.
Yeah. Rick says it's kind of like that Romeo and Juliet remake with what's her face, Claire Danes. Claire Danes. Oh yeah, whatever happened to her? I haven't seen that remake though. I know of it though. But if it's weird like that, I'd totally. Now I actually do want to see it. I had no interest in it originally, but if it's weird,
they remade Holy Mountain?
No, the Romeo and Juliet remake.
Oh, okay.
I had no interest, but now I do.
Yeah, I still have no interest. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I'm not into Shakespeare stuff typically, but
I watched the '60s one with Olivia Hussey in school, and she's hot. She's hot, and she got naked, and I don't think they'll ever top that. So
probably not. No. I'll probably have forgotten most about it after 20. I don't know, Simon. I don't think you'll. I think it's one of those movies that you don't forget. You just can't forget about it. So it definitely sticks with you. I don't think you could watch that movie, and assuming you pay attention, you're not texting on your phone and stuff like that, I think you'll completely remember. You might not remember all of it, and it is a long movie. I think it's over 2.5 hours probably. So, but yeah, no, it's not a movie that you'll watch and forget.
Speaking of that, I still can't forget Skinamarink. I don't know what it is.
I can't either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can watch Skinamarink, I think you can get into Holy Mountain and other weird stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just talking with somebody at work about this the other day. It's I watch a movie that I'll say it was awesome, and in a week I couldn't tell you more than like a sentence about it. But Skinamarink, which I kind of hated, like and hated strong. It was kind of boring, and a lot of times I just wanted to turn it off. But I still remember it, so I don't know. Does that make it a better movie?
It's not an easy watch. I think that does speak to the I don't know, the effect. You know.
Yeah.
Not an easy watch.
I guess that's a good word for it. Yeah.
No, I liked it too. It's funny because like I put it on the first time and I watched it for like 10 minutes and I was like, I can't do this right now. So I came back to it like a couple weeks later when I felt ready, and then I was like, okay, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, between 20 minutes and a half hour, I feel like I almost turned it off like 5 times. I was like, what is this nonsense?
Yeah. But if you stick it out, you know, it's worth it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not going to be that's not going to be for everybody, obviously. But yeah, I'd recommend it to people with like a very open mind.
Right.
And it's I don't know. I think it's a cool movie. Rick said, "I only truly tolerate Tromeo and Juliet." Tromeo. That was James Gunn.
Yep.
Remember that? Yeah, James Gunn, old school James Gunn. And look where he is now. He's huge.
Yeah, most people who go through trauma don't go on to anything, but you do, and then and Lloyd Kaufman won't stop talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, yeah, they don't go on to much big. If they're lucky, they might do. They might keep doing, you know, direct to DVD stuff or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have people like James Gunn usually working for Lloyd Kaufman.
Well, I know he tries to claim Trey Parker and Matt Stone, but he didn't have anything to do with that movie. With Cannibal the Musical, he didn't have anything to do with that. They distributed it. So, but you know, he tries to claim they discovered the South Park guys. So, okay.
Yeah. That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Tom said saw Skinamarink in the theater. Would have loved it if it was 30 minutes.
Yeah, I get
that's fair. That's fair. They could definitely edit the shit out of it, edit it down to something more cohesive.
Yeah, that's tough in the theater. I don't know.
I can't even imagine watching that in the theater.
It's thinking about it now, it seems too intense, but like I can also see it being just mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen that in the theater with other people just to see what their reactions would be. I picture people like walking out and stuff, you know, like,
oh yeah, yeah.
I can't do this. I'm bored. I don't know. It's a cool movie for what it is, I think, but it's I'd watch it again, I think. One more time. I don't think I'd watch it more than twice.
I don't know. I keep saying I would never watch it again, but the way it's kind of stuck with me, I might. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might. I want to say maybe it'd make more sense on the second watch, but it might not. You know, might be the same effect. You might just be like, all right. I mean, at the end of the day, the concept is not that convoluted. It's just watching it is weird. The concept is pretty simple. You know, the storyline.
Right.
But it's a cool storyline, and it's disturbing in its own right, and all that. It's weird.
Oh, this is pretty random, but I'll just throw it out there because I've been thinking about it. I just rewatched Donnie Darko the other day.
That's been on my rewatch list too.
Did you ever see Southland Tales?
No, I know of it though, but I haven't seen it.
Fucking weird.
Is it good?
I don't know. I kind of like it. It's
was that coming from the Donnie Darko guys, or?
Yeah, it's from Richard Kelly. It was his movie after Donnie Darko.
Oh, okay.
I guess there was a longer cut, and they took it to Cannes, and it got booed. And then they cut it down for theatrical release, and then it starts saying like chapter 4, maybe. Like it's split into sections, and the first section is chapter 4, and the movie is chapters 4, 5, and 6. You're like, what the fuck? There's a comic book that's parts 1, 2, and 3. That
Okay,
it would really help if you'd read that first.
Yeah, so you have to read the comic book to know anything about it. Okay.
And who knew there was a comic book, and who going to see a movie is going to say, "Oh, we got to go get the comic book first."
Nobody, yeah, unless you're a comic fan already, no one's gonna do that.
But it's so just wacky and bizarre and just full of stars for no reason. Like people just like Janeane Garofalo pops up like as an extra basically in one scene, and maybe she had more to do in the longer cut. I don't know, but The Rock is the star, kind of. But he does all these like prissy little movements, like he goes like this all the time.
Isn't Sean William Scott in it too? Or
Sean William Scott's in it, and he's got a twin that may or may not be him from another dimension.
Oh, cool.
It's I don't know. I would say watch it. It's kind of long. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
There's always something interesting happening in it. I will say that. I don't know. Just got me thinking about Richard Kelly. Like, you got Donnie Darko, and then which was kind of a bomb.
It was, yeah,
a cult movie.
Yeah.
Then Southland Tales, which was a bomb, and then The Box, which I thought was kind of cool, which is also kind of a bomb, and he hasn't done anything since.
Everything he does bombs.
yeah, kind of a bummer. I think he's an interesting filmmaker, but he just hasn't any success.
Yeah. I guess just Donnie Darko probably kept his career going just because it became such a huge movie, like you said, it was one of those movies that flopped in the theater, and now it's just it's massive now. And I saw House of the Dead in the theater. Crowd was hilarious. Oh, House of the Dead. Half the theater walked out and a couple broke up in front of me over the movie. House of the Dead, wasn't it a Uwe Boll movie? Yeah. One of the worst filmmakers of all time.
I remember I watched that and like I didn't realize the House of the Dead lore was part of the movie. Like I didn't know there was any. It's just a shooter, right? It's like first person shooter.
It was like an arcade game where it was one of those games I think that had a gun, the mounted gun, and you just go through and shoot stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Because I remember the shitty effects. I remember like clearly seeing like catapults that people were jumping on to get flown in the air, and then at the end, like the hero is like walking. I think he's carrying his dead girlfriend or something. He goes, "And my name is blah blah blah," and it's supposed to be some big reveal that he's somebody from the game.
Oh,
and it's like fucking what?
You're like, nobody knows.
Who would even know what that
is? Yeah, nobody. I mean, I remember playing the video game, but making a movie off that is just weird. That guy's done a lot of video game movies. I remember.
Yeah,
Uwe Boll, House of the Dead played for a week. I saw it twice. What the?
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't realize you were a super fan.
So Tom loved it. I haven't actually ever seen it. I've seen clips because there's endless clips of people talking about it, but I've never seen the whole movie.
Was it Rampage? He did a trilogy of movies. I think they were called Rampage.
Yeah, Rampage movies. Yeah.
Psycho dude who's just goes around and starts killing people.
Those are considered by a lot of people to be his only like decent movies, or the Rampage movies.
I've seen the first one, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is like a serious movie. And
it is.
It's kind of disturbing.
It is. It's really disturbing. It's disturbing because like people have done that shit. People have done that shit in real life,
Yeah.
$1 credit, and you're lucky to last 5 minutes. I don't know if I don't know if I lasted 5 minutes ever in that game, but you might be better than me. Uwe Boll was that other virus people wanted to forget, contaminating people's careers. Remember that? Yeah, remember when Uwe Boll wasn't he trying to fight Michael Bay? Do you remember that?
I know he was challenging his movie critics who bashed him to box him.
He was challenging him to actual fights. Nobody took him up on it.
I heard last I heard he's like a successful restaurateur now. So
yeah, he's got a series of restaurants. Yeah, he's done okay. He's done okay with himself. Rampage is another video. Yeah, there's also the Dwayne Johnson Rampage based off the game, which I loved the Rampage game. I never saw the movie though. I don't like Dwayne Johnson. I kind of hate him. So
that's your next president we're talking about.
I mean, he's fine. He's fine, but I'm not a big fan of him.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I try not to let like real life things enter into art too much. Listening to Black Metal, you can't. But
you can't.
a lot of stories about The Rock have been coming out. They kind of make him seem like kind of a douche. So
huge douche. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's his life.
I was my wife and I are fans of the Fast and Furious movies, and we'd heard that like, oh, The Rock's not gonna be him anymore because he and Vin Diesel can't get along, and I was like, more on the Rock side. I thought like, I bet the Vin Diesel seems like kind of a douche as well. But after hearing these stories, like, oh, maybe Vin Diesel was right.
Yeah, maybe he's the good guy in that story. Yeah, well, I think that's about all I got. What are you doing for the rest of the weekend?
I don't know, man. Probably read some Playboys.
good family stuff, I guess. Then.
So, I've just got Playboys laying around the living room. My son doesn't give a shit. He's like,
they're fun to read. I mean, there's always that joke where it's like, oh, I read them for the stories, but it's true. Yeah. They do have good stories.
I don't know if you saw, but that was my last video about reading Playboy for the articles, because I actually am. I've been like, I just read an article about Timothy McVeigh's like how he got the bomb stuff together and his whole plan about like I didn't know any of that stuff, and it was kind of interesting.
I have a buddy who has a massive Playboy collection. He actually collects them, so he has like decades straight of having every issue.
Oh man.
He's got like, I think his are mostly 80s and 90s, but he's got quite a few.
Ask him if I can come over.
His Playboy library. I used to buy it on occasion when I was a teenager. I can't remember how. I guess nobody carded me or anything, but yeah, I used to buy them. If there was something I saw the cover and there was a story I wanted to read, I'd buy it.
Oh, you legit bought them for the stories?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
Some stories, some I just wanted to see a certain person naked.
Right.
Like I remember, I would always buy back then. I would always get the Pamela Anderson issues. Those. I bought all those.
Oh God, dude! I almost wish there was record of it, but I'm glad there isn't. If you could have seen my room when I was like 20, I just started buying every Pamela Anderson poster I ever found.
Yeah. And
my room was it was just, there was no more room on the walls. It was all Pamela Anderson. It looked like a serial killer shrine.
So I'm assuming you own the movie Barbed Wire then.
5 stars. Instant classic.
Yeah. I watched that more than a few times back in the day. Yeah. Tom's got the Mariel Hemingway Playboy.
Oh, nice.
That's his one and only copy, or his one and only issue of Playboy.
You're missing out on some great short stories, brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the age of Pornhub, Playboy must be. It is tame. Yeah, Playboy was always tame. It wasn't like, because it wasn't like a porn magazine,
Right.
It's definitely
exactly, Rick. Like nudie playing cards there, and I talked about it in my video. It's like this was never, the joke was, oh, are the pages sticky when you buy them? Yeah. It's like there was never that to me. It was like
exactly. Yeah.
They're like
not when there was other stuff that was more graphic,
Yeah, and it's like to me it was like a Boris Vallejo painting or something, or some like half naked warrior chick, and like these pictures are so touched up and airbrushed. They're not really photos anyway. No. So it's just, I don't know. It's just something cool to look at.
It's like looking at a poster or something,
Yeah.
Never played much console games. Rampage was the only one. Yeah, Rampage was so fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Making a movie based off of it sounds cool. I heard it's not that close to the video game though. So that's kind of why I never watched it. But
that was one I was waiting for my kid to want to watch it, and he never did. So we just.
I might still watch it. I don't know. I like monster movie stuff. I'd watch it. Barbed Wire was on the other night. Watched 3 minutes.
You get sucked in by that awesome story.
Tom's asking Scott if you've ever seen Snapdragon.
Have I? I have the Blu-ray.
It doesn't ring a bell to me. What is it?
It's her first movie, which is debatable, but she she plays. I'll just spoil it because who cares?
Yeah,
She plays twins. One is good and one is a prostitute / serial killer.
Okay.
And it's like a police procedural around it, and they keep going after the innocent one and thinking she's doing stuff when she isn't. And
okay.
It's actually not that bad a movie. It's Stephen Bauer and Chelsea Fielder in it, who are both like good actors, and Pamela does what Pamela does. She gets naked and she doesn't embarrass herself as far as the acting goes. So
yeah,
it's kind of a fun, sleazy, like 90s erotic thriller.
I'd watch that. I'd watch it for sure. Cool. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for now. I almost didn't make it today. I was starting to get sick again yesterday, so I'm glad I'm kind of congested today, but it's cool. All right, what's Rick up to? Shark Week coming up. Anyone seeing something in the water? I don't know what that is. Something in the water. I'll have to look into it.
I don't know either.
Does that ring a bell? I'm gonna look it up right now. Something in the water. I just want to know if it's like old or something. Oh, it's a new movie coming out this year. Okay. I don't know, Rick. Let us know what it's all about. It's got a 4.2 rating, IMDb. So I don't know. Could be good. I usually don't watch if it's got a cool poster. I usually don't watch like the gimmicky like shark movies and stuff. Oh well, yeah, I'm checking the poster out. It's kind of cool. It's very scary. I think sharks are fucking terrifying. I hate sharks.
Is it? I wonder if it's as good as Shark Exorcist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably just one of those many shark horror movies that they every year like 100 of them come out. Time for Shark Week.
I think wasn't that the one I read on the media with the girls having seizures in the dirt, like they speculated that was his fetish.
I don't think I've seen that.
Okay.
If anyone knows that story, that's the most epic comment I've ever seen. And the fact that Simon is not an American makes it even better. You saw that, right, Scott? The old Trump.
The what now?
The Trump thing, where something he said recently, where he's like, he goes on this weird rant about like, if you're on a boat, what do you do? What do you do if it starts to flood and there's sharks out there? Do you get electrocuted by the battery, or do you jump in the water and get eaten by sharks? Like,
oh no, I've not heard. I did not hear that.
Why are you talking about this? It doesn't make any sense. It's definitely check it out. It's pretty epic.
I just read a Trump article in Playboy. It was in '97, so it was after he lost everything and he was like on the comeback.
Oh yeah.
And it was just a guy following him around and at Mar-a-Lago and just talking about his day, and what a fucking clown.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't changed. He's the same guy.
No.
It was just interesting to read something from 25 years ago. I was like, yeah, that's still him.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. He's just older now.
Yep.
My picture of Trump is like he basically, once he hits 17 or whatever, he just hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Continue. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll go take off here. I think I'll go take Louie for a walk, maybe.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We'll have to do another music update video soon too, because I have a shitload of stuff that I've bought in the last month. So.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah, but maybe we'll do that on your channel.
Okay.
All right. Take care.
All right.
See you,
Later,
everybody.
guys.